I'm beginning to like these Ron's rants. Okay, I just listened to, I was watching the news and they were talking about Disney World um, requiring masks and when you come in the gate. And they've extended it now to you must wear a mask whenever you're in the park. The only time you can take the mask down is if you are eating, drinking, or smoking. The smart thing they did was they said, okay, but if you do that, you have to be stationary. You can only eat in that spot with social distancing. When you're finished, then you can put your mask back, then you put your mask back on and you continue to roam the park. That's kind of a no-brainer. But I have noticed that so many venues have this option once you get inside with your mask on. If you're drinking, smoking, eating, you don't have to wear a mask, but that's where they leave it. They need to say, because that's one of the reasons why I don't go to WinStar right now, is I'm holding back on going to WinStar, is because of the fact that there are so many people walking around without a mask on. And I know that the WinStar, using that name, has a deal where when you have to go down this concourse and they check you for your COVID and all this kind of thing, and then you got to wear your mask when you go through. But once you're inside on the gambling floor, you don't have, you can, if you have a drink in your hand, you don't have to pull your mask down. And then these people will walk around with a drink in their hand. They'll walk around with food. Somebody said, I'm eating. Now, they've already said that they've closed down the bars. They're taking the stools away from the bars. And if you want the kiosk now you don't go in and self-serve. There are drinks set out for you at the kiosk if you want to drink. And I would think, and I would hope, that eventually they're going to see this thing with eating in place, that they get their drink, their whatever, they do their social distance, and then stand there and drink their drink, and then go back to whatever. This idea of, well, I'm eating, I can walk around. They don't realize that they're breathing out and they're not containing their breath. So they're jeopardizing someone else's family, because when this person goes home, he's got to go into his house with his kids and so on and so forth. And if he's been contaminated while he was there's a big chance that he was contaminated while he was at the casino. People think about all this nonsense. The same thing, I was talking to a friend about it, and I says, when I go to the casino, which is going to be soon, I am going to be very outward. If somebody comes around me that doesn't wear a mask, I'm going to tell them to back off. And I'm going to tell them to keep your distance. And I am not going to hold any missed words. It's going to be just that crude. Because of the fact that when I leave there, I don't want to take anything with me except my winnings. That's the only thing I want. And if they don't like this, then that's their problem. But these places, these venues have got to start policing their areas to the point that they're admonishing people for not wearing their mask and saying things to them. The security that's in the because I've seen security guards walk right by somebody, 3 people playing on a slot, and the security walks right on by, never says a word. I personally, I'm going to be proven to me that they're going to actually enforce these rules that they have. And maybe then I'll start going. Anyway, I've had my say. Thank you much.